this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and I know I'm late getting this up. If you're looking for my day 3 4th of July craft, this one's a little late, and in fact by the time you see it, the day 4 one may be posting. So if you see 2, sorry, but I did manage to get 4 of them done. So let's get moving on it. I showed you earlier in the week a basket that I had made and gave some tips using tags, bags, boxes, and more too. So now I'm going to show you the decorated and complete basket and what I'm doing with it. So the first thing I did is I pulled out a cartridge that I have never used before. It's one that I bought and I just hadn't taken the time to really learn how to use it. It is a little bit more complicated. You have to think about it a little bit, but it's a flower shop cartridge. And the flower that I chose was, oops, I lost my page. It's the daisy flower. It's right here. And it really wasn't as difficult as I thought. Honestly, the only thing I really had difficulty with was the center part. Mine didn't turn exactly out like it didn't turn out exactly like I thought it would, but it still was okay. Now, the papers that I used is I just chose different red, white, and blues from my stash. And then I also had the Americana 4x6 paper pad from K & Company. It's one I picked up a year or 2 ago, so it's not a new pad. I don't even know if it's still available, but I pulled it as my accent, and it had red, white, and blues. It's double-sided, and so I used 2 pieces of the 4x6 to cut my extra petals, and I'm just going to show you the finished project. So I made the daisy. I cut these all at 3 inches, and I cut them at different I cut 3 complete flowers of red, 3 complete of blue, and 3 complete of white, and then I mixed and matched them. And then the extra petals that you get, this is the paper that I use. Let me turn this, set this aside so you can see it. On one side it was like a diagonal stripe with stars, and on the other side it was just these polka dots. So on one of the flowers I used the polka dot side, and then on the other 2 flowers I used the red, white, and blue, the white stars on the red and blue diagonal. So it's really a lot of fun. Now this getting them adhered to the basket was a tad bit of a challenge. And the reason why is because the basket has holes in it. So what I did is I took little strips of paper and glued it from the outside, from the inside, to kind of provide some reinforcement. And it was just regular old copy paper. Now this one is a little bit on the low side of the book, and this one isn't quite dry because it came off, but I am going to have to be careful because it is on the bottom side, and I need to wait for it to completely dry before I let it sit. And when I do sit, I'm definitely going to have to fold these petals up a little bit, which really isn't a problem because you kind of want to cup them anyway just to make them look more like a natural flower. I am kind of low on time, and so I could have just if I wanted to take a little bit more time, I could have taken a paintbrush or something and curled them and really put some time and thought into it, but I just didn't have that kind of time. This ribbon is some that I had from my stash, and I just kind of wrapped it around the handle, and I did also glue the tips of the handle in, and then I just tied this nice big bow just like that. And then in the center of my flowers, just for some added pizzazz, I added some beads. Now this bead, I don't even know where this is from. It's just something I found. It's a larger bead, and you had to glue it in. It may have been a sparkle light, I'm not sure, and it's a little bit dull because it's got a little bit of glue, but that's okay. Then this one, you can see the white, the glue isn't quite dry there, and it is a red sparkle light. And then this one's just a white pearl from Michael's that I got out of their dollar bins, just their cheap dollar pearls. So that is the completed basket, but that is not the completed project. So of course, what's a basket if there's nothing to fill it? So I had gone to a store that sells food in bulk, and they have candy in bulk, and I like to go there because it's less expensive. And I found these red, white, and blue M&Ms, and I thought, oh, how perfect for Independence Day. So I bought some because I knew I was going to be working. And I have these little Wilton bags, and I just put the candy in the bags, and then I just tied them with just plain Offray blue ribbon. And so I did several of those, and I'll take those to work, and I have both with peanuts and without. But then I have some extra ones. And these are ones, earlier in the week you saw a project that I did with my nieces and nephews where I took these chipboard hearts and we made a little decoration. And so this particular decoration, this is one of the leftover die cuts, and I believe I just used the Cricut Craft Room Essentials to cut these out. And they're just chipboard hearts, and then I took 3 different colors of paint. I took Snowflake White from Deco Art, and Cardinal Red from Folk Art, and True Blue from Folk Art, and I painted them. And then I took the Sweet July stamp set from Keandra Designs and I stamped on them with Versamark. And on the dark ones I used white embossing powder, and on the white ones I used some pearlized red embossing powder from Recollections. So that one says Happy 4th of July. And I just have a lot of them here to just kind of fill up my basket. That's a blank one. So they'll be kind of mixed in. I also had the hearts left over. This one says One Nation Under God. I didn't tie bows or anything. Hooray for the red, white, and blue. Those were the 3 different stamps that I used, but I did them in all different colors. So I ended up with 9 that were marked like that. And then the rest of them were not. And I'll leave some for my family to find in the morning after I go to work too. So like I said, they were both peanut M&Ms and non-peanut M&Ms. And so there we have our completed basket. So thanks so much for stopping by for this fun little party or home decor item. You could put whatever you wanted in here. And so if you have the tags, bags, boxes, and more cartridge, I encourage you to pull it out and play with it a little bit. Pull out that flower cartridge and have a fun time playing with them, and enjoy your 4th of July. And in the meantime, take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye.